everybody, Kara's here. I hope you can hear me okay. It's very windy today at the beach, and all of my more awesome recording equipment is still on its way back from Sedona. So there might be wind, there might be crazy light things going on. I apologize for that, but it was important that I get this video out to you today. So this is what I want to talk to you about. Neutralizing or reharmonizing radioactive frequencies in water. And this probably goes for all types of molecules, but the reason I'm saying water is because this morning I was here doing yoga and meditating out on Hermosa Beach, which is where I am right now, and I'll give you a shot at the end of the video. And I connected with the mermaids, and they started telling me how to neutralize the radiation in the Pacific. So first, before I talk about that, I'll tell you how to connect with mermaids. I recorded this in a video last summer when I first connected with them. This has been a while. I know a lot of you guys have not seen my older stuff. So the way you connect with mermaids is you go to a body of water, you sit by it and meditate. And then for adults, it's more important to do this energetically. For children, they can do it physically, what I'm about to tell you. And what you do is you get yourself into a meditative space, and then you open your heart as if it's made of this golden light that's thick, like the consistency of honey. And you flow it out from your heart and flow it down to the edge of the water until it kind of covers the top of the water. And then once it's covering the top of the water, kind of like oil floats on water, you tap with it. And every time you tap with this light, you send a strobe out under the water. And it's interesting because the day after the mermaids told me this, I woke up and realized, I woke up in the morning and realized that that's also how you call dolphins when you tap the water, but I hadn't thought about that at the time. And the only reason I knew is because I've seen random stuff on TV about dolphin trainers calling dolphins. Like, there's no reason I should know that. Anyway, so that's how you connect with mermaids. And then what they'll do is they will come up astrally to see if you are of a resonance that they want to communicate with. So if you have a lot of fear or a lot of combative type energy, they're probably not going to want to hang out with you. So make sure you're definitely in a space of love. So they'll come up and they'll talk to you. And when they come to me, they come astrally. I've not seen physical mermaids, I don't think, although I have seen pods of dolphins, which could have had mermaids in them. But as whether or not they're in this dimension or in another dimension or some other option, I don't really know. And it doesn't really matter to me because I get good intel anyway. So this morning, I contacted them. I don't contact them every day, but today I decided to. And so I went, flowed my heart down, tapped on the water, and then I felt them start to rise up and check me out. And at this point, I know the ones that live here. The ones off this part of the Pacific have shown me their areas where they live before. They're in kind of caves under the floor of the ocean. So I already kind of know them. It's not like meeting a new tribe. And they started to tell me about the radiation. And what they did was they showed me a diagram of where the radiation is running from the other land all the way that way over the course of the Pacific toward us. And I started to get worried and feel kind of guilty that we've messed up their water. But they showed me how there's this barrier, I don't know if it's energetic or physical or both, between where we do stuff in the water and where they do stuff in the water. And they kind of said, dude, we've had this up for a long time. We're not worried about you guys and what you're doing. You can't really affect us, which was relieving. The world is much bigger than our little surface stuff is going on with. Although we do affect things, but they did assure me that they're okay down there. And so this is how you vibrationally reconfigure harmful radiation frequencies. So when you have something that's radioactive, it's not physical, it's not traveling on molecules exactly, it's vibrational resonance. That's why if you have a radioactive object, you need to put it inside of some type of container that keeps the vibration from spreading. It's not about having it touch your skin and, oh no, I've got germs on me. It's this vibration is making me hurt, it's making me ill. And so the reason is because the molecules that are affected by radiation are going crazy. First of all, everything is alive, right? So we're alive, the cells that make us up are alive, the atoms that make them up are alive, everything's alive. So these molecules and atoms are jumping all over like crazy, and they're going way too fast, and they're harming themselves and harming whatever's around them and bashing into it. And it's a lot like people who are addicted to caffeine and addicted to food and in really bad shape mentally, physically, spiritually, and run around and are always freaking out, or oh my gosh, now I have to have my coffee, oh my gosh, now I have to have whatever else drug this is, I'm stressed about this thing, I'm stressed about that thing, whoa. that kind of energy is what is in these little radioactive particles. And so, and like I said, they're sleeping, kind of like sleepwalkers, the people who are sleeping, the people who don't know there's anything else going on. Not that it's better to be awakened than it is to be sleeping. I personally think it is, because I know what it felt like when I was sleeping, but there are plenty of people who just find that they sleep their entire incarnations. It's not judgment on them. But for as far as these radioactive particles of water go, it makes for trouble. And so they showed me this area where all these radioactive particles were, and what you do, and anybody can do this because it is just as easily done to bless an ocean as it is to bless a glass of water. It's all vibrational, it's all thought, it's all intention. So all you have to do is intend that the ocean be blessed, and it is. So the way that you do it is you tune into one molecule. You find one, you just zoom in and find one, and take it and you wake it up. And you say, wake up. Come back to where you're supposed to be. And then you intend that this molecule return to its optimal vibrational frequency. And so you don't have to know how it happens. You just intend that it happen. You put some intention toward it. You put some love toward it. And then you watch it kind of cool down and slow down its vibration until it's in harmony again with Gaia, its mother. And then what you do once that's done is you intend that the energetic codes that got it from crazy, crazy, crazy to that those spread out in a ripple effect to the ones around it. And then within this cloud of radioactive water, you've got a pod that's not radioactive anymore because it's moving in a way that is in harmony. And then, once you've got a bunch of those guys, you ask for volunteers to go out and teach others. And then out of any population of something that you've healed, you'll have specific ones that have the frequency that it's their ascension path in this little microcosmic lifespan to go and teach other radioactive molecules to not be radioactive, or atoms or whatever it is that you're dealing with, to not be radioactive. And then you release it, and then you're done. Now, once you come out of this meditation, the way that you check to make sure it's stuck is you listen to the sounds around you. Are they harmonious? Are they still troublesome and crazy? Because what you'll probably notice is everything around you sounds smoother and more complete and more whole. And so if that's happening, then you're good to go, and you've done it, and it's great. And the funny thing was, at the end of this, they told me, this works for every population, you know, hint, hint, hint. And then it all catapulted into my mind that this is what's going on for humans too. We're running around, I'm sleeping, I'm freaking out, I'm stressed out all the time, I'm doing things that aren't healthy for my body. And then your guides or synchronicity or all of the above comes in and says, hey, wake up and try this and try that. And then all of a sudden you're awakened. And then out of every population of awakened people, there is a subset that it's their ascension path to go and teach other people how to be awakened. And so it's definitely a microcosmic, macrocosmic thing. And so that, friends, is how you de-radioactiveness water. And other molecules, try it, work with it, see how it goes. And let me give you a view of where I am. So beautiful. Sunset, I'm about to sun gaze when I'm done with this. There's some people hanging out. It's very busy today because it's Labor Day weekend. So, oh yeah, I'm definitely going to sun gaze. Look at that beautiful sun. About that time. Anyway, have a beautiful weekend. Go in peace. And I will talk to you again very soon.